Well, hello and welcome here to FQHQ here at Meakin Park. We're joined here by Josh Brindle South from the Brisbane Roar ahead of the first competition draw for the 2023 season. A very exciting time for football in Queensland and the top of the pyramid here in Queensland football with the launch of the Kappa Pro Series competition. A bit of reasoning behind the Kappa Pro Series competition is that in order to make up the FA directive number of games for those top tiers, they need an extra 5 games to their additional 22 game season. They need 27 in order to make up the match minutes required as part of the technical directives for there. So it gives us a chance to pit NPL opposition against FQPL opposition in a cup-like format. Champions League style draw here today. And we'll get on to doing the draw. But before we do that, I'm joined by Josh. Josh, thanks for coming along. I really appreciate you being here today.
No, thank you. It's obviously an exciting time for football in Queensland, so I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. As a former NPL player yourself and stepping into the A-Leagues, how have you found that jump in quality? Obviously, you've played in the A-Leagues before with Wellington, but how has that been with the jump into Raw?
Yeah, obviously it's a bit of a jump, a bit more of a step up, and it takes time to adjust. And once you get through that adjusting period and that, you kind of obviously you've got good players around you as well, so that always helps.
Yeah, and you're starting to get some more match minutes now, and you scored that absolute banger against Sydney FC. Tell us a little bit more about that goal and what was running through your head there.
Yeah, to be honest, obviously I don't really score too many goals, so at the time I don't think anything was running through my head really. It's had a bit of time, bit of space, and decided
have a dip.
I'll have a go. I'll either go out of the stadium or in the top of the goal. So all in all, it worked out for the best.
Thankfully it was. It was absolutely good to see. It got me out of the chair, and hopefully got a few more of the fans out of the chair as well. How has the season been? Quite a lot of draws and got a win as well against Sydney. So
yeah, obviously you want to start the season as well as possible, but obviously going into the World Cup break, it kind of puts a standstill to everything and makes you have to go back to the start kind of thing. So we're obviously not where we want to be right now, but it's a long season. So
it is a long season, coming into the thick of it now. So you've had your first game back against Adelaide, a 1-1 draw, and welcome to Socceroo to the field, Craig Goodwin. What was it like to have him on the field and just to celebrate his accolades?
Yeah, well, he was actually meant to play, but obviously with this, he was ill the day before or something like that, so he didn't get to make the trip. But obviously with the Socceroos doing really well on that, it brings a bit of a buzz to the league as well. So it's been good for the league in general.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, here today, we're here for the Kappa Pro Series draw. I'll just explain a little bit as to how this format is going to work. So it's going to be a 2-phase draw here. We'll be drawing teams into pools, and then from those pools, we'll be drawing into fixtured, locked-in positions essentially to determine the fixture grid. Now, the teams that we have here, as I said, are the NPL Men's and the FQPL 1 Men's teams. They are seeded from 1 to 24, and they are seeded based on ladder position from the 2022 season. I'd like to note that Redlands United and Rochdale Rovers have been are in slots 11 and 12 due to them being promoted into the NPL. And same as Surfers, Wynnum and Albany Creek. They come into the bottom rungs there as they earn promotion up into FQPL 1. So how this will happen is we'll divide these into 6 pots. So pot A to pot F, and broken up into 4 teams in each pot. From there, there'll be 4 pools, so pool A to D, and we'll draw across each row. We'll get a team from each pot, and that will make up the pools. And then we'll move into phase 2, where we'll draw out the fixture positions. Now, the fixture positions is an important thing. Due to there being 5 rounds, there can only be there's an odd number of home games essentially. So this will help our competitions team work out who gets the 3 home fixtures, and so that goes to slots 1, 3, and 6, just based on how the fixturing works there. So we'll draw all that today. Hopefully we'll be nice and quick about it. Josh, if you don't mind, we'll get the draw underway, and we can start drawing teams. So first up, we've got pot A, and that's Lions, Gold Coast Knights, Peninsula Power, and Olympic FC.
Number 3.
Number 3. So Penn Power goes into Pool A. Then we'll move off to Pool B.
Number 2.
Number 2. So Gold Coast Knights moving to Pool B.
Number 4.
Number 4. That'll be Olympic. And lucky last, the Premiers, your former club. That'll be Lions FC heading at Pool D. So we'll move back we'll put the balls back in again. This time we've got Brisbane City, Gold Coast United, Eastern Suburbs and Sunshine Coast Wanderers.
Number 4.
So there'll be Sunny Coast making the short trek there, to Penn Power.
Number 1.
Number 1, that'll be Brisbane City. Oof.
Number 2.
Number 2 will be Eastern Suburbs. Gold Coast United.
And number 3.
There we go. Then Eastern Suburbs joins Pool D with Lions. There we go. Back in we go.
Number 1.
Number 1, we have Moreton Bay United.
Number 2.
That will be Brisbane Roar, the boys.
Number 4.
Number 4, so newly promoted side, Rochdale Rovers.
And number 3.
Number 3, the other new promoted side in Redlands United. So we'll move on to the FQPL 1 teams now. So they'll be fronted here by Logan Lightning and Kappa FC, along with Brisbane Strikers and Southwest Queensland Thunder.
Number 1.
Number 1, Logan Lightning into Pool A.
Number 3.
That'll be the Brisbane Strikers.
Number 2.
Number 2, that'll be Kapalaba FC.
And number 4.
And number 4 will be Southwest Queensland Thunder. Already some interesting groups forming. We'll recap these right at the very end. In this pot E, we've got Western Pride, Southside Eagles, Sunshine Coast Fire, and Caboolture FC.
Number 3.
Number 3, Sunny Coast Fire. That'll be interesting.
Number 1.
Number 1, that'll be Western Pride.
Number 4.
Caboolture.
And number 2.
Number 2, Southside Eagles. Now the last pot, we've got 3 new entrants into the FQPL 1 here in Mitchelton from, they remained obviously, but then we've got Service Paradise, Wynnum Wolves and Albany Creek. So the last of the draws here, please Josh.
Number 2.
Number 2, Service Paradise. FQPL 2 Premiers.
Number 4.
Number 4, the Albany Creek.
Number 1.
Number 1, Mitchelton FC. And lucky last.
Number 3.
Number 3, Wynnum Wolves. All right, let's take a good look at these pools, Josh. Just the way the draw sort of works out, there's always going to be some great battles in between competitions. That FQPL 1, giving it a go against the NPL sides and showing that they deserve to be there. We've got some local battles already in Pool A with Sunshine Coast Wanderers and Sunny Coast Fire, with also Moreton Bay and Peninsula Power, and the Moreton Bay Derby and the Sunny Coast Derby. So already excited for those. Gold Coast Knights and Brisbane City, they'll be going head to head. They have some battles. Brisbane Roar and the Strikers, that'll be great for them.
Classic old school M1 derby.
Absolutely. Moving across into Pool C, Olympic, Gold Coast United, Rochdale. It's a mixed bag in that pool. All sorts can happen there. Plenty of quality with Mitchelton, Caboolture. That'd be great to see. And last but not least, your former boys in Lions FC. And again, all sorts. You've got the Premiers as well from the FQPL 1 and Redlands. So that'll be a great battle. And
definitely.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think it's quite exciting seeing some of these clubs up against each other. So it'll be an exciting competition, that's for sure.
Yeah, just where they don't normally come against each other, maybe in the Cup, in the Australia Cup.
And look, my brother plays for Albany Creek, so
true, yes.
he's got a few tough games coming up. So
hopefully you're not with the youth squad.
Yeah, we could be.
We'll see what
could
be interesting. All right, we'll move on to the next phase of the draw where we'll lock in the positions of each of these teams within their respective pools. So we'll add in the balls 5 and 6 into that. And so Josh, if you could please just chuck all 6 balls into there, and we can draw the ordering here. So as we said, positions 1, 3 and 6 will get just that extra home game.
Number 4.
So draw 4, ball 4, so that'll be, Logan Lightning, so they'll get some home games at Cornubia Park there. Good for the local crowd.
Number 6.
Number 6, Surfers, they'll have to do some travelling.
Number 5.
Number 5, Sunny Coast Fire also hosting.
Number 3.
Number 3, Moreton Bay.
Number 2.
Sunny Coast Wanderers in the last one.
And number 1.
Number 1, Peninsula Power hosting some games there at AJ Kelly Park. For Surfers, Moreton Bay and Sunny Coast Wanderers, they'll be hosting 2 home games each, but the latter 3 will be hosting an extra home game, so that'll be great for those clubs to go down and support their teams. So we'll move on to the next move on to the next pool. We'll lock those in.
Number 5.
Number 5, Western Pride hosting at Briggs Road.
Tough place to go, tough place to go.
With the pit there, always good.
Number 2.
Number 2, Brizzy City.
Number 1.
Number 1, that'll be Gold Coast Knights. Great place to play there, Croatian Park, Sports Park there.
Another tough place. Number 4.
Number 4, Brisbane Strikers. Unfortunately, we won't see too many games at Perry Park.
Number 3.
Number 3, Brisbane Raw.
And number 6.
And number 6, yeah, there we go. So, brothers got hosting rights on an extra game there. So
it's always tough to go to Walter Park, so I'm sure they'll be happy.
Yeah, some tough places to go, as you said. All right, let's go into Pool C.
Number 3.
Number 3, Rochdale. Great facility there at Underwood Park.
Number 1.
Number 1, Olympic. Keep that field nice and fresh for the girls.
Number 4.
Number 4, Capalaba. Max Haynes Field there. Hosting some extra ones.
Number 2.
Gold Coast United. To travel up.
Number 6.
Number 6, Mitchelton. And last but not least,
Number 5.
Number 5 is Caboolture, another great facility. Some good facilities there in Rochdale and Caboolture. It's fantastic to see.
I've not been up to Caboolture, but from everyone's what they're saying, it's a great facility. Yeah, two hosts of some Women's World Cup training sites as well in Olympics, so they'll be preserving their pitch. Yeah,
that'll be good. All right, the final one. Let's get through these.
Number 6.
Number 6, Wynnum Wolves. Battered by the floods.
Number 3.
Year, but come back nicely. Number 3, Redlands.
Number 4.
Number 4, Southwest Queensland Thunder. Speaking of great places to play, Clive Burkhofer.
5.
Number 5, Southside Eagles.
1.
Number 1 in Lions.
And number 2.
And last but not least, Eastern Suburbs. So Lions also protecting their fields for the girls. We'll go through some of the round 1 fixtures, which gets underway on the 10th of February. So I already noticed that Sunshine Coast Wanderers are hosting Surfers Paradise Apollo in Pool A as the first round. So a good test for Surfers up against NPL opposition and a coast-to-coast battle.
Yeah, I think obviously this early in pre-season as well, you want to test yourself against the best too. So,
100%. Yeah.
Like I said, it'll be a good good chance for them to put their best foot forward and see what they're up against.
Absolutely. In Pool B, one of the first fixtures here will be Gold Coast Knights against Brisbane Strikers. An absolute classic. That'll be two very big clubs there. So I'm looking forward to that. Brisbane Strikers are strengthening their squad again, so looking to try and break out and back up into the NPL. A big test for them. Your brother, who's he got? Western Pride to start?
Look.
Tough place to go first up.
Look, he won't be too happy heading out to Ipswich, but yeah, look, I'm sure they've got quite a good squad, and I'm sure they'll do well against them.
Yeah, absolutely. In Pool C, an opening round fixture here, Rochdale Rovers and Caboolture. They had some good battles over the last year, and now Rochdale are sort of step above, but Caboolture will be disappointed not to have put up the fight. But again, it's a good chance to
I think
prove themselves early.
I think that's like you said, it's the best way to prove themselves, and their goal is to get promoted. So it's always a good test this early.
Yeah, great test. And then a big one to finish in Group D here, to start us off, sorry. Lions FC against Redlands, both premiers of the NPL and the FQPL one respectively from this year. So a great way to open the season.
Yeah, and again, before Redlands obviously being back in the NPL for the first time for a couple of years as well. So why not do against the best? So.
100%, how good. So yeah, fantastic draw. All the fixture details and results of the draw here we posted to Football Queensland website and social media channels. Josh, thank you very much for joining us today. Really appreciate that, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Appreciate it.
Hopefully chalk up some wins and score some bangers as well, mate.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for tuning into the draw, and we look forward to seeing you out around the grounds in 2023. Our competition team chomping at the bit, ready to lock in those fixtures and get things underway. So we'll see you all then.